Okay, we should be back up and running. I don't know what happened. Okay. I hope we're back up and running. I see a northern harrier now in the air. This is through the windshield, so it won't be a great look, but okay. Hopefully we're live. I'm going to trust that we are. And I'm going to stick to the birds right now. Again, northern harrier. I've seen 3 at least. I lost you at one point, so I don't know if you heard all I said. I was trying to go over much of what we've seen already here today. So I've seen at least 3 northern harriers, maybe more, possibly, but I don't know, because they move around. We've seen Canada geese, hundreds of them. While we were apparently off air, I saw another great blue heron. So we've seen 2, because we saw one while we were, by luck, while we were up on top of the platform, and then I saw one fly in, but it flew in, and it landed in the grasses where we can't see it anyway. Seen or heard American goldfinch, mallards, pintails, green-winged teals, long-tailed duck, greater white-fronted goose, snow geese. Haven't seen any turkey vultures until this one. I think it's a turkey vulture. Looks like one. I should open the other window, but it's you can see that V. It has a more prominent V compared to, let's say, a bald eagle, which will have its wings generally. I mean, obviously there are exceptions, but with a bald eagle, its wings are not so much in a V formation. They're usually more flat. Same thing is true of a red-tailed hawk. Lots of grasses. Now things look like they were obviously cut down here. That didn't just happen on its own, I don't believe. And will they be cutting more? I have no idea. That may have been dry or fairly dry. I don't know if that channel here where the longer stuff is. Oh, by the way, I saw a song sparrow while we were out of connection, while we were off air. Anyway, will they be mowing out, into the main pool? I don't know. I just doubt it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just can't imagine that they would do it this late in the season. But maybe. But I have to say, that climb was disappointing. I was hoping that maybe we would get to see some open areas of water. There's a common gallinule right there, a young one. It was there. I promise. I don't see it now. Well, I don't see it now. It was right at the edge of the vegetation, so maybe it's now where we can't see it. But anyway, like I said, I was hoping that we would at least see some open areas of water. Instead, we saw just a big field of grass. Hi, gooses. And there are more geese up ahead by the looks of things. So I don't know why those two came over here, but maybe they had a reason. I'm sure they did. I'm sure they won't be telling us. Just dragonflies. I say that only because, you know, there's still some bugs around. I mean, it's not like it's, you know, not truly winter yet by any means. Wrong one there. Actually, that there's a, you know, now that I have both windows open, there's more of a breeze coming through for the moment. Anyway, it feels good. And what is that over there? Is that something? Another gallinule, anyway. Juvenile. Now we may see some activity here. So let's, before we Alright, let's go over to this side because I have a feeling we may see some ducks. Oh, in the distance, now we had seen a turkey vulture already. I wonder what these are. Are these turkey vultures up here? Probably. So at least 3 there. Now what that may include the one we've already seen. At least I think they're turkey vultures. I say that because in Ithaca lately there have been sightings of a black vulture or 2. So you never know. I'm not, you know, familiar enough to identify that. Oh, are those eagles? We may have eagles in the distance. Not sure. Eagles, hi eagles, 2 bald eagles. Adults flying together and a spider trying to get in my car again, which I'm okay with spiders, but I don't want them in my car. So at least we've seen some bald eagles. Good to see. You know, I didn't really talk with anyone inside the visitor center, so I don't know if there's anything really out of the ordinary going on. But I mean, you know, the greater white-fronted, which I definitely wanted to see, some red-winged blackbirds just flew by. I definitely wanted to see. I'm glad we were able to see it. I walked into the visitor center, and I looked at, I thought I looked at every single goose that was, you know, there on the ground. And I didn't see the, that's an American coot right there. I think, yeah. Is it? Looks like it. Maybe 2? Yes, 2. Trying to concentrate, quiet. Anyway, I had looked at what I believed was, you know, at every single goose, and I just didn't see the greater white-fronted goose. And you know, when I bumped into Jay McGowan, I asked him, you know, if the greater white-fronted goose was here, and he said he had heard it was there earlier, but he hadn't seen it. And then So I thought, okay, you know, I missed it or whatever. Then all of a sudden there it was, you know, just, I don't know. And then I don't know what happened. Looking towards the end, couldn't find it again. So I don't know. I don't know if it was, you know, behind grasses or something, or I don't know. But anyway, I was glad we saw it. And I think we had a decent look at it. I mean, we didn't get super close-ups, and I didn't really try just because of just how things were in terms of, oh, here's a monarch butterfly. Hi, monarch. Safe trip. Safe trip. It just seems like the trend everyone is following is that we're on this side of the road and we're flying to the other side of the road. So I don't know if all the geese are going to be eventually making their way over here. And who are you? What's going on here? What's going on here, you? I love the geese. I love them. It's just funny. I wouldn't mind seeing a cackling goose, something I've never seen before. Maybe I've recorded one or something here or there, but I've never known about it at the time. I don't know if it's another monarch, but I see a monarch again. Maybe the same one. Hold on, there's a car coming, and hopefully it won't bother the Canada goose too much. Or, better yet, I wish the goose would just get out of the road. But at least I see the car sees it, or at least I believe it sees it. Okay, the goose is now out of the way. As I said, I'm quite fond of the geese. I thought I had seen some ducks, but maybe I didn't. Hold on a second. Ooh, camera battery's low, very low. Hey. By the way, while we were out of off air, this doesn't normally happen. My car gave me an alert, and I don't know how it received it. It said that there's a wind advisory, something I hadn't known about, but we'll see what happens. Hold still. Okay, we're going to give up on that. I do try to provide a variety of things to look at. And if that means a caterpillar, maybe that's what it means. So be it. And you could say, I mean, we've seen some nice things here, but so far, at least here driving on the drive, it's pretty quiet. We're not seeing a lot of ducks. There are spiders on the car. 2 on the windshield right now. We have seen a couple of eagles in the air, but I don't even know where they went. I think they flew out of our view. We've seen a harrier or two. But in terms of the actual driving here, we haven't seen much. We saw more on foot while we were back at the visitor center area, really. I see one of the spiders on the windshield. I don't know where the other one went. Which has me concerned. It came in somehow, but it may not have yet. Oh, come on, spider. Get out of my car. Quite honestly, it's pretty amazing that you have to give Jay McGowan credit for I don't know if he found it, but I mean, to see that that long-tailed duck. I mean, that's something I don't usually do. I don't usually spend like much time examining each bird, and I just have to wonder if that's what he was doing. Some birds on a mound out there. Let's take a quick look. You just have to wonder if that's what he was doing in order to find that long-tailed duck. It's just amazing. It's not like she had colors that really stood out very prominently or anything like that. Now, what are we looking at out here? I'm guessing that's a northern pintail on top of the mound, and there's a coot there. I'm not sure who that is there lower on the mound. That may be a ring-necked duck, and that looked like the ring-necked duck, I believe. Can't see it now. They're out there. Let's leave this camera in place. Yeah, let's do that, just in case we have more ducks, because we're now at another open area, semi-open area of water. So maybe we'll. Oh, I see somebody. Who's that? I see. Oh, well, that somebody is now behind grasses. If anything catches my eye, maybe we'll take a look at it. See something else. Now, these are not convenient for me. whatever they are. That's a green-winged teal there, and there that might also be one, I think. Female. Who's this here? Someone closer. Green-winged teal, male. Cute. We do have some vegetation in the way, a little bit. We'll lighten it just a little. Am I recording? No. I don't believe this one is fully yet in breeding colors, but it's getting there. At least making it easier for me to recognize. You see what it's doing, it's feeding, and I don't believe, for instance, a green-winged teal is known to dive. You know, some ducks dive for their food, and that is not the case, I don't believe, with green-winged teals. So I think it's called a dabbling duck, but I may be wrong about that. Not a bad look. I mean, it could be better, but not bad. Grasses are in the way, but... Okay, what else is here? And it's really out of my view now. There's some other grasses completely blocking the view. Let me look with binoculars very quickly, see if there's anyone else nearby. Oh! They're not very nearby, but there's some ducks out there, and we may not be able to see them well at all, but let's see, the grasses are really in our way, so, and they're not close anyway, so I mean it makes seeing them difficult. So I don't think we're going to stay on them very long. This is the kind of thing we would ordinarily see. Oh, there may be a better area up ahead. But I've mentioned in prior weeks, you know, in normal years where the grasses haven't grown so extensively. See, I think that's a redhead in the foreground, pretty much at the center of the screen. It just dove, I think. I'm sorry, this is just, you can see there's a variety out there. I don't know what that variety is. I'm looking at my little screen, so I'm having a hard time, but I think I'm seeing, it might be, I don't know what's out there, quite honestly. But as I was saying last week, in this time of year, out there, I think we see some scops, by the way. Also redheads, and not sure what else is out there. Probably quite a few redheads. Let's move forward a little ways, see if we can improve the view. Oh, battery's almost dead. I'm going to switch. I better deal with that now. We've often seen, you know, maybe 10, 12, 13 varieties of ducks out there in prior years, but you know, it's helpful when there's a lot of open water, so some of them might be closer to us within our view. This year Not only are they far out there, but there are more grasses blocking our view, so it makes things difficult. There are 3 spiders on the windshield that I know of right now. Now, up ahead, there are a number of cars kind of sort of clustered. I wonder if they're taking a look at the ducks that, I think we're going to end up looking at. They may have a clearer line of sight than we have had to this point. Hold on one second. What do I see? Another couple green-winged teals close by. All right, let's look from here. I just want to see if our view is good from here or not. Maybe not. Well, yeah, it's definitely better. Oops. Oh, I did see also a northern shoveler earlier. I forgot to mention. That looks like those are ring-necked ducks. Those also, I believe. Hard to tell for me what we're seeing out there. People who are really familiar and really knowledgeable, sometimes they can identify, hold on one second. I see a gull in the air. Don't know what kind. Anyway, they're able to identify with just the slightest marker or the slightest trait, what they're seeing. I'm not able to do that. I don't have that level of skill. So even like these conditions here, we're looking over a long distance. You see a lot of heat shimmer and all that. They're able to kind of cut through that a lot better than I am. They can tell by shape, color, maybe mannerisms, things I can't tell. Okay, let's look over here where things might be a little better. Definitely seeing ring-necked ducks and not sure what else. I have a hard time telling the difference between a female ring-necked duck and a scup, to be honest with you. Female scup. What am I hearing? It's mostly ring-necked ducks. That's a pintail on the back. That's a male pintail. Come back, you. That one I could recognize fairly easily. That's another problem. Many of the ducks, you see individual birds. They're, in between, like their summer plumage and their breeding plumage, and so for me, it's harder to recognize them. Is that what was that? Who just dove? Just heard a mallard. Who just dove? Okay, that's a ring-necked duck if that's the one who dove. We won't stay here too long because it's after 1 o'clock now. Okay, let me just leave the camera there. I want to look around with binoculars just a bit. Just heard a blue jay. So we're looking closer, out farther. There are more, but it's so difficult to see what we're seeing out there. Oh, it looks like there are Canada geese out there. Looks like it's mostly Canada geese, actually. Way out. Hold on 1 second here. Alright, we're going to move on, I think. I wonder if the viewing is better from elsewhere. Hold on, it's like, who is this nearby? Can't tell. Alright, let's leave the camera in place. Let's move. Oh, I see an eagle. We might get a good look at it. It's on the other side of the road. It's not very close, but we might get a good look at it anyway. No, I don't want to go any farther than this. Well, you know, I may have gone too far lighting-wise, photography-wise. I'm not sure. Where'd he go? It's not very close, so I'm not going to give you a super sharp look. You can see we've got heat shimmer that we're dealing with right now. We won't stay on it too long, but unless things clear up somehow or something happens. Just saw a great blue heron in my rear view mirror. I think I just heard a gadwall. Maybe not. overhead are in flight. I'm not sure what they are. Somehow I don't think they were starlings. I think they may have been red-winged blackbirds. I'm not sure. I don't know what the eagle's looking at. Oh, there's something in the air. Another eagle. Coming in, maybe? I'm going to leave it on this eagle that we're looking at, but there's another eagle, and it looks like it's flying farther away. Oh, that looks like a turkey vulture, actually. I thought I saw an eagle. Okay, let's get a move on. I thought it was another eagle I saw. I'm pretty sure it was, actually. Okay, let's turn the car around without hurting anyone or anything, hopefully. Before we move on, what am I seeing here? Well, I think we kind of looked at these already. Some they don't seem like they're too far away. Let's keep moving. Oh, who's this? Hold on a second. Just line up with the vegetation here. Green-winged teals. Hey, teals. Kind of sleepy. So cute. They're a smaller duck than a mallard, much smaller. Then again, a mallard is, I think, considered a relatively large duck. So anyway, these are green-winged teals. Now, they're not... I have a hard time recognizing the females, but the males even, they're not... I mean, there's one that looks like it's pretty close to full breeding plumage, but it's not quite as bright as I would normally expect. It's nice to hear them. Okay, nice. Out in the distance on a mound, it looks like there's something out there. I can find it. Some ducks, I'm not sure what they are. They might be green-winged teals also, I don't know. It's just hard to see everything with the vegetation in the way, and that's a pintail in the back. Alright, we're going to keep moving. Let's leave everything in place. Well, I see a heron in flight. 2 herons in flight. Some coots nearby. I think some more green-winged teals, if I had to guess. A number of coots, 4 or 5. Over, well, actually, over here, these are American coots and maybe some green-winged teals. Yes. And there are some other teals, or I'm sorry, coots that are closer, but I don't think I could show them to you because of the vegetation. Anyway, I saw 2 herons flying around. Now that may have been, you know, may have included one of the ones I've already seen. I think it was, but I don't know. Okay, let's keep moving. Oh, a pintail, not too far from here. Maybe we can see it if we can get, the vegetation might be in the way. I happen to love northern pintails. Oh, come on, Ferris. Oh, it's right, oh, there it is. Always want a good look at a pintail. Where'd it go? Come on, where'd it go? Not quite there, I think, in terms of breeding plumage. What an elegant duck that is. And we have some grasses in our way. I think maybe I can move forward a little bit and maybe get those grasses out of our way. Maybe I don't have to. I don't know. Let's just move here. Maybe this will be better, hopefully. Where'd the pintail go? Where's my pintail? Absolutely gorgeous duck. Wish it would stop and hold still for us. Is that it up ahead? I think so. I didn't see how it could have moved that quickly, but maybe it did. Yeah, I guess it did. Oh, there it is. So we're looking at a northern pintail, or at least we're trying to, but it's moving along. If it would hold still, it would be wonderful. Hello? Hold still and be in view. Not there. Come closer. Look at how cute. And someone just flew in. Oh, coot did. Who's that? There's the pintail. Who's this? Is that a shoveler? Might be. Okay, let's, oh wait. Okay, let's keep going because that pintail is not really in the most cooperative of locations. Number of coots here, I don't know how many, but quite a few. Those are American coots. It's the only kind of coot I've ever seen. Okay, I think I'm going to switch cameras. You know, obviously the level of success you have on a given bird watching trip is very much dependent on what you're expecting to see or hoping to see. See some green-winged teals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 9. You know, if you want to, you know, you may, let's take Canada geese for instance. You may just want to go out and take a photo of one Canada goose. You just want a great photo, a close-up or whatever. And, you know, if that's all you see and that's all you're looking for, it could be a, you know, complete success the whole trip, even if it took you hours to do it. If you come here, for instance, and you want to see, you know, you've seen Canada geese before and you like seeing them, and, you know, you're not necessarily expecting to see, you know, you're not hoping to see any one thing or one scene or one whatever, you know, you may find just the sight of thousands of Canada geese, you know, flying in or something, or being in an area, a given area, you may find that to be a success. It all depends on what you're looking for. I'd love to see, you know, hundreds of pintails, for instance, but I would take a good look at one that's nearby and close, holding still to give me, you know, close-ups. I would be very happy with that. I think I'm hearing frogs. I see a great blue heron. Preening. I'm going to take a look at it. We're getting to that time of year where we may not see them all that often anymore, so might as well. Come on, wires. Leave it just like that for the moment. Well, let's do this. It's not very, very close, so I mean, we can't get super close up. We can try to get some decent looks. Wish this camera strap would get out of the way. Very annoying. By the way, in the water where it is, I don't see, at least with the naked eye, anything else. Let me just look around with binoculars. I don't see anything else. We're going to move on. Bye, heron. Good to see you. See another heron over to the right in a tree. We're not going to take a look at it. I don't think our view would be that good, but it's another heron. It's actually in a fallen tree, maybe a good spot for it to look out on the water or whatever below. Some Canada geese here in the water. A few, not a huge number, but a significant number, I should say. Goosage. Cute, cute. Love the geese. I'm not going to show them all to you just because we're on this camera, but okay. Oh, I should have dialed it back. Okay. Sorry. All right, let's keep going. You know what? I think I'm going to switch back. Oh, what did I just see? I just saw looked like a sparrow of some sort. I'll tell you what I haven't seen, or at least I haven't noticed. I haven't seen, a lot of swallows flying around. Like, we had been seeing quite a few in prior weeks. Nothing so far that I've noticed. Maybe I've seen them and just not really, maybe they haven't registered. I think I'm hearing a sparrow of some sort. Maybe two. In Bennings, by the way, the marsh to our right, there are some ducks. I don't at the moment see any shorebirds. Not from here. So last week we tried to see some shorebirds as best we could. This week, at least so far, I haven't even noticed any to try to look at. Let's take a quick look with this camera at the ducks that we see here. I think that's a shovel. To be honest, I'm not sure what we're seeing here, but I can guess, but I don't want to say. Alright, let's keep moving. Last week there were some shorebirds here, and now that I think about it, I haven't seen a shorebird yet today. I haven't heard one either that I can recall. You know, when we were at the visitor center, that would have been, you know, that very often that area is a good place to see shorebirds. You know, some water there, but not very, very deep. And didn't see any there, now that I think about it. To our left, I see at least 2, maybe 3 gadwalls. Oh, maybe more than that. Maybe 4 gadwalls. Yeah, it looks like 4 gadwalls. They're beautiful. Let's take a look at them. I know, we've seen them before, but they're just beautiful ducks. I don't have a perfect line of sight, but we'll take a look anyway. Backlit somewhat. So this is a gadwall, beautiful duck. Looks like it's all of a sudden on alert. And well, that's one. There's one here that I've shown you, and they're now it's moving along, and the others have moved along also to in the opposite direction. So let's move on. Oh, I hope I didn't startle it. The one that we looked at, but it just kind of took off. as the breeze comes through the cars, it is feeling rather cool. Okay. Actually, let me bring this in here and open this window and close this window. And I want to look more closely at things here as we drive here. It was again reported that there's a least bittern in this area. And we've looked for a few weeks now and not found it. I may have missed it, or it may not have been there. Could be looking in the wrong spot entirely. I don't know. They're hard to see as it is. Seeing anything. Like I said, I mean, I could be looking right over it and missing it. I'm hearing some red like that. Of course, looking this way from the car rather than like getting out of the car and looking, it's not necessarily ideal, although, you know, the car is acting like as a photo blind. I'm looking primarily just above the water. Maybe I'm not looking high enough. I don't know. My car's windows are relatively small, and it makes it hard to see in certain areas. I have a feeling we're not going to be seeing a least bidder. Can't win them all. And maybe I should go back through and look again. I don't know. Or maybe I should turn the car around and look through the other side window. Might be a better idea. it's about 1:45, so I don't want to waste too much time. Quarter to 2 sounds early, but given that there's still things I want to see here, and then we spend time driving back to Ithaca. It's getting kind of late. In terms of leaf coloration, at least in my travels today, just about everywhere I've been is already past the peak. And some hills that I saw on my way here, you know, they had a few leaves with, or a few trees with, you know, past peak colors, and then there's other trees that had no leaves at all. So not the worst fall in terms of colors that I've seen. I think last year and the year before were worse, but hasn't been the best either. If you're wondering what you're missing to our left, you may recall, it's just grass. See a couple gad walls and a few gad walls here and there. Let's keep going. They're not very close, so we wouldn't get a good look at them anyway. Bunch of starlings. This is through the windshield, and hold on a second. Some here, and a whole bunch over here. How do these wires get like this? I swear. I don't know how it happens. Looks like more gadwalls, I think. Yeah, you can hear them. Yeah. Those are gadwalls. Those look like mallards, but you can see the coloring is a little odd. Those are the gadwalls. Very cute. I'm not sure what that is. I don't believe it's a gadwall. Usage. Canada geese. Let's keep going. Oh shoot. It says, I'm guessing green and teal, but I don't know. Just caught sight of it last one. Then it swam into vegetation. I'm going to set you down. More gadwalls. Hold on a second. What do I see? Red-tailed hawk. This won't be great. Well, maybe I can improve the view. Hold on. Where'd it go? Hold on a second. Let's try that again. There it is. Stay away from the road. So there's red-tailed hawk on the other side of the highway. And out here on the other side, I'm not sure. I see Canada geese, I see gadwalls, I'm not sure what else I see. Let's take a look. I'll brighten it up a bit. Are there? No, green and teals. See what's good over there. Okay, let's keep going. I'm going to leave everything in place. I'm not sure where that red-tailed hawk is. Oh, I see it. I see it. It's still there. It's still where it was. I'm going to look at it again with my binoculars. Hold on one second. Okay. Looks like more Canada geese over here. For the most part, and maybe 4 or 5 more, 6, 7 more elsewhere. This is close by. Looks like green and teal. Let's see if we can get it. Look at the lighting will be poor though. Yeah, the lighting is poor. Or to green. Oh, started someone who's even closer. I didn't see it. Let's keep going. I don't want to start with anything else. Okay, let's switch cameras. going to be that much more here on Wildlife Drive. We're going to keep going. Might see one or two things. It's always possible, especially towards the end. But well in the distance, I see flocks of, I'm guessing Canada geese in the air, not huge flocks. And who knows, they may have been already here at Wildlife Drive and then, are just flying away. Who knows? Here, I want to look at some, oh shoot. I think it's nothing, but now it's in my, I've got other things in my way. Never mind. It stopped and it was too far away from the road to be stopped waiting for traffic, but I don't know if, no, I thought maybe they were seeing something, but apparently not. Okay, so looks like that is it for Wildlife Drive. Not our best, not too bad. Overall, especially if you count what we saw at the visitor center, pretty good. I have to pull over for a second. I want to check something. Oh, okay. Never mind. What is that? What was that I just saw? I'm guessing they're cormorants in the trees. We're going to keep going. Double-crested cormorants, but that's what they look like anyway. Maybe on the way back we'll stop. I probably should have pulled over to look, but it's not really the best place to pull over. See, weather advisory, a wind advisory first of all, how is my car getting this? I don't know. Doesn't normally get anything like that. It was the second time I've seen that. And I mean, the breeze has picked up since I arrived here in the area. So I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna be here a little bit, maybe, depending on what we see and where we see it. And then I'm gonna head back to Ithaca. I don't know if Ithaca will be windy also. I have no idea. Second time I've received that. What I mean is, I don't think my car. Take a quick look around, and if I don't see anything, then we'll head as we normally do. Just a quick look around. Cornfields, as far as I can tell, still have not been harvested. I'm just going to turn around. Could go further, but I know how weak the signal is here. I just wanted to take a look to see if, and maybe I didn't go far enough, but just to see if the fields had been harvested and there was anything interesting in the fields. When we drive this way, I feel like I'm pressing my luck in terms of the connection. To our left, upcoming right here, is the field where we saw sandhill cranes a couple of weeks ago. And today I see nothing. Like I've said, most of the time we come this way and I don't see anything in these fields, but every once in a while we see something that makes the trip worthwhile. And since it's nearby, it's not like it's a major investment in terms of time. Unfortunately, there's a vehicle right behind me. Let me let it pass me. I see up ahead cornfields that have really not been harvested just yet. So nothing to see down here either. So I think we're going to turn right around. currently, according to my car anyway, 55 degrees right now. It's a pretty autumn day, really. It's nice weather. Could be a little warmer, could be a little colder, but you know, at least to this point, it's certainly not a miserable day. As for that wind advisory, seen a lot. Been here many times when we've seen nothing. So you never know. Not only is there a vehicle, but there are people out of the vehicle standing and looking. So I see some white down there. I'm not sure what it is, but I see some white. Already here. I'm going to drive right here. Now, this is not what I normally do. Let me just look with binoculars. I know we can't see very well from here. There are some swans down there. That's the white I believe I was seeing. I see some sandhill cranes. And more cranes. Okay, let's, oh, and more cranes. Okay, let's get out of the car and see what we can see. This won't take quite as long to change because I have the benefit of being able to just keep things in the car, some things in the car as I set up, but I need a tripod. And I need my hat. Probably need some gloves too, because it is kind of cool. I have a feeling I'm in the wrong spot because we've got vegetation in the way. Do you see the sandhill cranes down there? Are you? There were quite a few last week. Yeah, I think I'm too far over because of the vegetation. I think I just heard a what? What did you see? Oh, okay. Ready? Just turn off the camera. Okay. shoot, I've got to get my phone.
No. I'm looking out. I follow the shoreline, the far shoreline. You see that forward here? You see the green path, and then there's some like reddish, brownish looking little shrubbery plants. Then you go straight out, and there's another patch of that kind of plant. Go way out towards the wood.
Oh, way at the crest of this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it now.
I see it with my naked eye.
Yeah. I was looking off to the left, but I think you're always looking at my left. Big old swans taking off.
Well, I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit. I think I hear some red-winged blackbirds.
Oh, you mean playing? Making cool. Well, we had the 6 flying in formation with Braddock Bay.
There have been times here when there are dozens. I mean, it all depends. Let's see how far I can move. You know what, maybe I should just get everything out of the car. Hold on, everybody. Oh, I'm hearing cranes vocalizing. Okay, hold on. Let's get these wires all tangled up as usual. Those are the cranes we're hearing. They do. Well, there are some that may. Oh, there are some that are closer than you might believe. See, there are some that are like more over there more in the grass. They're harder to see. And then there's that other larger group of them. I'm trying to get everything so I can get out of the car, everybody. These wires drive me nuts. Everything's all tangled up over everything else. I think this will probably be our last stop up here today, just because of the way everything is. How this wire got tangled on this one, I have no idea. say I don't want to be here because of the vegetation that's blocking my view. Okay, we're out of the car and free to move. Okay, sorry about the delay. Let me get some gloves just in case. Okay, let's move into the grass, away from this other vegetation that's blocking the view. There may be I don't know what's in flight down there right now. Maybe a crane in flight. Oh, I don't see it now. Do you see them jumping around down there? The cranes?
Out, are you looking close or far out?
They're the ones that are at the water's edge, or near the water, near the edge of the water.
Yeah, there's maybe 10 or 12 of them.
But they're jumping around. It's just interesting to see them.
Yeah, I see you now. Hey, Carol, you see the ones jumping up and down? Oh, they're going to be joined by a couple others now.
Do you have a cell phone with you, or a smartphone?
No, unfortunately. Got the old flip phone.
The reason why I ask is because I'm streaming this live, and you could see what I'm seeing
Oh,
if you had a smartphone.
you keep talking about getting one. I assume those ones pretty close. There's the green path. And this is the reddish brown stuff we were talking about. It's just that reddish brown stuff. Becomes green. Just, yeah, the
This
edge.
path right here?
No.
Oh.
See the green
Oh, I
path?
see those way out there. Yeah.
There's the red stuff and then where that stops and just it's splattering green. We had a smartphone. This gentleman said he's streaming this stuff. You can see it. We had a smartphone.
If you want, I'll show you my camera screen here and there.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you come take a look right now? Might get a slightly better look. It's hard to see on my little screen, but
Wow. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That gets in pretty close.
Yeah. Well, it's attached to his scope.
What power is your scope at?
that I don't know. I think
Oh,
it's
is
at
it like
60 right now.
It's like a zoom? Yeah. We have a scope that we should have brought.
But I'm streaming this live, so
Yeah.
people can join me, and they're watching right now.
We didn't plan on coming here. We were going to Ithaca.
I see.
Otherwise, we'd have our scopes.
Don't leave home without them.
I know. I was just thinking that. Gerald got Pam some telescoping something or other that attaches to her smartphone. I don't know if she's ever used it.
Leave it here for a second. We'll check in sometimes.
I enjoy getting a camera to put on.
There's my picture. They wouldn't hold still. This isn't bad, but all you can see is their butts. They're gonna look up there, maybe.
Now, how would people know to look? You're streaming something right now?
I'm streaming to YouTube right now.
To YouTube,
Mhm.
okay.
I can give you a card if you'd like.
I said, good old YouTube, help me fix the refrigerator or the dishwasher.
Well, you never know what you can find on there. I agree with you. Learn how to do various things.
So that's the muckling area over there.
Just over that way.
I think they are over that way.
But this is close enough. We would probably get
Right, but when we saw all the snow geese, they were more like in where this dark brown is.
Yeah.
There were snow geese earlier today at, not many, but I mean, you know, a fair number, near the visitor center.
We had flocks coming in at the visitor center, but when we were there, it was just cannibals.
Well, there were, I don't know, maybe roughly 15 snow geese.
Oh, nice.
There was also a greater white-fronted goose there. And then all the Canada geese. There's a bluebird nearby singing. Maybe two. Do you hear it?
Off to the left there.
I think so.
Yeah. I thought I heard a trains in closer right there.
The sound carries quite a bit.
Yeah.
But they sound like they're just on the other side of this shrubbery. Got some light on them now.
Great blue herons. We've seen a couple of them now. Let me look around with binoculars for a second.
Yeah, for the card if you want to get it. So you can see it on YouTube. Or did you get it already?
I got seeds in my car.
You got seeds in it?
Well, Pam and I were out. I collected some seeds. No, I don't know.
Here's the card.
Thank you.
You can go to the YouTube site if you'd like, and I mean, there's the videos that I record there stay there on that link, or you can just go to this one. You can scan it, or you can just go to this one /live, or just the /videos, the next link if you want to see what I've recorded. But like right now, the one that's live, since I am live, is actually active. You can do that either through a smartphone or a desktop PC or whatever, any browser with an internet connection. I'm no expert, but I have a lot of fun.
Oh boy, I guess so. You got nice optics for it.
Woolly bears. Doesn't have very much black on it. Remember. Where you were going, buddy? So you messed up. It's really light. This is in this rock. Look at this. Look at all these faces. This is a big one. A big one.
Flock of something else up high. If I can find it. Canada geese, by the looks of it. I'm not going to be here too much longer, I don't think, everybody. Oops. What time is it? It's almost 2:45. Wish the sandhill cranes would, just, I'm glad they're eating, but I wish they would fly around. They're not even doing the jumping thing. It's a heron there. I knew I heard a shorebird, but there it is. Or at least there's the first one we've seen today. Guessing, and it sounded like greater yellowlegs, and I think that is a greater yellowlegs.
Oh, cow. Yeah, right? It's like...
Okay, everybody, I think we're gonna pack up pretty soon, and I think I'm just gonna pack up and head back to Ithaca. I don't know if I'm gonna bother to, get everything back in the car, ready for car use, and then stop at Shockey and at Mays Point. Maybe, granted, I'm not saying that there's no chance of seeing anything, but I have a feeling it'll be a waste of time, and we only have so much time in the day. So I think, once I leave here, I'm going to head back to Ithaca. Not quite ready yet. I was hoping we'd see, again, more activity from the cranes themselves, just jumping around or flying around. But they're busy eating, and I'm glad they're eating, don't get me wrong. Good to see them feeding, finding, hopefully the foraging is very good here. Hearing a blue jay right now. Okay, everybody, I think I'm going to head back to Ithaca. Let's say roughly, hoping for a restart around 4:15, somewhere around there. Okay. Thank you. Take care. Good luck. I was glad we got to see. I was glad we got to see the cranes and you know, other birds here. Other certainly Canada geese and some swans. We should take a closer look at some of the swans. Now, last week we saw adults and juveniles. I don't know if I've noticed any juveniles here today, but I don't know who that is. It's a shorebird of some sort. Doesn't look like greater yellowlegs to me. I can't give you a close look given the distance and the way the light is now. So anyway, if I leave now, maybe... Hold on a minute, what's going on here? Why all the noise? Maybe starting roughly 4:15, 4:20. Okay, everybody, 4:15, 4:20, somewhere around there. I hope to restart in Ithaca. Good to see everybody here. One more look at the cranes, I think. Okay, let me see if you received the message.